When people get offended because we might lose our faith in God and talk like doubt, and say God doesn't exist. Our doubt or belief does not make God real or not real. I'm really analyzing it through my own being and my own awareness that the reason why we become offended when we hear someone talk in terms of denying God, it is our natural mind that has formed a mind picture of what God means to us and represents to us, and we don't like that image to be threatened, because mind derives security and safety from that which it has matter-of-factly identified. Like, mind needs stability. That's why mind needs fact. And our mind has created this factual image of God. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah, mind needs that and has formed this factual, immovable image of God in the mental as a psychological safety ring or lifesaver. If anyone comes along and speaks in terms of denying God, they are shaking our confidence in our security. It's our mind that has attached itself to this image of God. Our soul doesn't need any image, any idea of concept of what God is, because our soul is God, our soul is divine. But the mind is what becomes offended, the mind is what becomes fearful when the status quo is challenged. And so anytime you feel an offense at somebody denying the existence of God or whatever, in that term, be aware that it is your natural mind. Your natural mind has created this image of God for safety, to feel secure in. And because we are, as human beings, we came into this world with a complete non-awareness of God and non-awareness of ourselves, not knowing who we are. We are very insecure human beings, weak. We feel we are weak and small. And so we need to have this concept, psychological concept, of something greater than ourselves. And that's how God, the image of God, the mental image of God, gets created. And whenever that comes into question, things become shaky, we become defensive, offended, and because we feel that insecurity. But apart from the mind, before we came into this world, we were pure soul. And our pure soul does not need any identification for God, because it is pure God. Our soul is pure God. And it's not obstructed by a mind that cannot know God. So I thought I would just make a little video about that and get to the root of why we find offense when our idea of God is threatened. It's insecurity. And the insecurity comes from the awareness, the conscious awareness of separation between us and God. We think of God to be out there in heaven somewhere, but God manifested himself as Emmanuel, God in flesh, in humanity. So you're never separated. You can't ever be separated from God, even if the mental definitions fall away or are questioned. Okay, I hope that helps. Bye for now.